Hello, today we're going to talk about helping students realize their learning norms. Okay, student learning norms come from multiple different places. We're going to talk about the top 10 to increase student engagement. So number one would be relationships with their teachers, having a mentor, strong parent relationships, and also community leaders can be helpful in this. Additionally, we need to understand how our schoolwork that we're giving students is relevant to that student. So we want to make sure that it has real world connectivity and that it relates to that student's interests. It's our responsibility to help them understand that the learning and the schoolwork that they're doing directly relates to their future. Then third, we're going to talk about time. Is there all assignments set and all students must continue and finish those assignments at the exact same pace? Or do we have an option for a varied pace to meet students where they're at? When we're talking about timing for step 4, we're talking about time in a little different way. This way we're wanting to know is, does everything have to be done in the same process? Or can it be done in different steps in order to accomplish the same goals? Also for students that maybe are more interested in a certain area, can they go deeper? Is that allowable? Those all increase student engagement. Next, we're going to talk about play and practice. You'll see on the graph here, we're talking about like new experiences, trying new things, exploring things, building, creating, brainstorming, problem solving. Those are things we really hope that we're spending a lot of time on. But if we're being true to ourselves, we're spending a lot of time focusing on tests and assessments and assignments, and not necessarily steps 5 and 6 for student engagement, which would be playing and practicing. We need to have those opportunities to try new things and to fail in a safe place and then to try again. That's where true learning occurs. Next, we're going to talk about choice. So what are we learning? When are we learning? And how do we learn best? It's important to understand that all students learn in different ways and that there's not a wrong way to learn, other than we want to make sure that we're providing the information in a format that students can respond to. Authenticity, we want to make sure that we're not doing busy work. We want to do work for a reason, for a purpose. We want to see that it directly ties to our and can impact our world. Challenge. Are we addressing high and meaningful standards, or are we just introducing content? And then when we're introducing content and then we're working to reach those high and meaningful standards, are we also allowing that option for students to go deeper into that content and really grow personally? Next, we want to talk about how much time we spend teaching a concept, and then we practice the concept, and then we only provide a minimal amount of time for application before we very quickly move on to the next concept. So step 10 that we're talking about here would be, we would hope that we could increase the percent of time that we're spending on application, so that we really can have a strong depth of knowledge and our students can feel comfortable with applying that over time, and not just the fact that they're familiar with the concept. So those are some top things that can help with student expectations and student learning norms so that we can have better outcomes for our students. So when we're talking about high expectations of students, they feel pressured to achieve. We also need teaching and instruction to fall into those categories, so we have that high need to achieve for teachers as well. So we want to challenge students. We want them to play. We want them to briefly review content, and then hopefully we can have a different outcome that is with students having a high level of engagement, and hope that will increase their learning overall and their eagerness to try new things and grow. So that is what we're talking about today for student norms. And our reference is uh, on YouTube, and it's Leaving to Learn, and it was a great presentation. So thank you so much.